valuable is having, it's something maybe fans don't necessarily think about, but having reps in a scrimmage just to kind of help with points of emphasis, new rules? What do you think the guys got out of it today?
I think the guys got a lot out of it today. I think it was really productive from a basketball standpoint to, during training camp some days you're in all the drills and I tend to stop it and try to teach and coach, and today it was like a little bit more of just a game flow. And so I think that was great for them to kind of be able to compete. And then, like you said, I love the new program that the NBA implemented to allow the officials to come and referee. I think that our video guys, they are ecstatic that they don't have to referee another game with these competitive guys out here. But then it also just helps us understand some of the points of emphasis that you had mentioned before, new rules. I think there was a couple times today, just free throw wise, the guys want to touch the ball and they're like, no, that's going to be a delay of game going into the season. So it's extremely helpful. I think it's also good for just relationship building. We always talk about the state of our league and all the communication between coaches and officials and players and officials, and they kind of get to see us doing our job, and like they're in training camp right now too, trying to get themselves back together. So I think all in all, it's just a wonderful thing.
How have the rookies been adjusting this week?
Rookies have been really good. I think that those guys, the first day, a little shell-shocked by just the level of intensity and duration of practice, but because they're high basketball IQ guys, they're high care factor, high winning mindsets, that they kind of just figure things out and they fit in seamlessly to what we're trying to do. They don't try to do too much at times, and they compete and they listen to their teammates and they ask really good questions. I thought, at the end of practice today, Brandon had highlighted one of our rookies and Ryan Kalkbrenner, and just he's noticing the daily improvement every day and the competitiveness, having to go up against Musa a lot of times during training camp. And so I thought that was a good sign of the impact that he has on the team, and I think all four of the rookies have done great jobs at different times.
Have you been on a team before that's had this many rookies on the non-two-way contracts, like on the main roster, and is it a little bit challenging, different? I mean, what's it like having this many rookies?
I've seen it once in Atlanta before, but definitely haven't seen it a ton. You've been competing on some really more veteran teams, but it's so much fun to come to work with this many rookies, with this many young guys. You get to teach a lot, which is what I enjoy the most, and you get to have an impact on somebody early in their career and help shape what the rest of their trajectory looks like. And so it's a lot of fun. These guys have great energy, really, like I said, really curious minds, and so they motivate me. And as you can tell, I'm losing my voice coaching and yelling and teaching as much as I have these first couple days.
You mentioned Ryan Kalkbrenner earlier, and talking about how him and Jay in practice. Yesterday, Miles mentioned just Ryan's blocking shots out there. He's just doing, I guess, good impression for you guys so far. What do you see from him in camp? And what's impressed you most about Ryan? Maybe you didn't think he jumped out so far so in camp.
Yeah, his basketball IQ stands out to me. His competitiveness stands out to me, and I just think his willingness to keep it simple stands out to me. I think that he's in the right positions a lot of times because he's willing to do whatever it takes to kind of help his teammates defensively and offensively. And so he's been phenomenal, as have all the rookies, but he's definitely stood out.
You mentioned the spot center position before about obviously having him, Musa, and Mace. How do you, I guess, as a coach, how do you go about trying to figure out who plays best, who starts, who backs up? Like, how do you figure out the rotation with the center?
Yeah, well, they're going to continue to have a lot more practices during the preseason, I think, to compete. We have a lot of preseason games to be able to perform, and I can evaluate them at that time. And so I look forward to, at one day, I will have to make some tough decisions on who that starter is and what that rotation looks like. But for now, I think that they are all have an opportunity to kind of just show me, show the staff, show their teammates who fits well with different groups.
You mentioned it towards the games. You have a game obviously on Sunday coming up in a couple of days here. As a coach, what are you looking forward to seeing most of anything you guys actually have a game on Sunday?
Yeah, I'm looking forward, number one, to playing somebody else. These guys, as competitive as they are crawling up into one another defensively, taking sets away because they know the play calls and all those things. And so it'll be nice to go play somebody else that just doesn't know all of your sets and plays. But I'm really just looking for us to compete, continue to show our identity, continue to build our identity, and like nothing should stray from what we just worked on these last few days. I don't want all of a sudden throwing a different opponent in front of us. make us be somebody that we're not.